So for Rashford's first goal, it starts with Mazraoui playing a pass into Casemiro, and to be honest, the Barnsley press is a complete mess. Not only is Casemiro able to turn under practically no pressure, but because the Barnsley midfield line aren't fully committing to the press, but also aren't dropping off to compress the space between the defensive line behind them, Casemiro is able to loft the pass over the Barnsley midfield into Christian Eriksen, who has a massive amount of space to bring the ball down, drawing the Barnsley centre-back high before circulating the ball out wide to Garnacho. And from here you can really see the difference in quality but also athleticism between Barnsley and a Premier League side, as Eriksen makes a bursting run looking like a box-to-box midfielder against a Barnsley centre-back, which if it had been Mason Mount would have probably been the perfect opportunity for Garnacho to slide a through ball between the right back and centre-back for the central run. But instead, with Barnsley's left back caught high up the pitch, Rashford has a massive amount of space on the far side, and Garnacho is able to find him with a direct switch of play, and from here this is exactly the type of situation where you'd expect Rashford to be able to create a shooting opportunity from. If this was on the left side, you'd probably be expecting him to cut inside onto his right and look to get a shot away. But on the right, I think the centre-back is thinking that Rashford's going to drive down the outside and look to get a shot across the keeper, but Rashford shows his quality as he's able to seamlessly chop inside the defender, who doesn't put up much resistance at all, but in this position, Rashford takes a subtle touch to shift the ball to his right foot before finishing emphatically. Rashford's second goal was equally as impressive, but once again Barnsley are pure rubbish. They regain possession on the edge of the box and play a pass into the central midfielder, and kindly enough he passes straight to Garnacho, and when Rashford makes a run between the centre-back and full-back, there's no catching him. Garnacho slides a pass down the outside of the full-back, and from this position on his left foot, I think this is actually a better finish than his first, as he takes it first time with his left, calmly passing it into the near corner past the keeper. But before I go any further, if you want to check out any of the new season jerseys, go over to Jersey FIFA. They've also got club and international retro jerseys as well. You can use code Atlantis for a discount. A link will be in my Instagram bio, which will be linked in the description. For Garnacho's first goal, Casemiro feeds the ball out to Rashford on the left side, and from this position, I think Rashford either has to shift the ball slightly to his right and immediately release a shot, as the Barnsley midfield is so close that after more than one touch he's going to be right on Rashford, or if he's not going to shoot on his right, he has to open up his body like he's going to shoot, looking to wrong foot the defender before cutting back and going down the outside on his left. However, this is definitely a part of Rashford's game that he needs to improve, as he actually does neither. He takes too many touches coming inside and ends up crowding himself out, but rather fortuitously the tackle takes a pass into Garnacho's path, and even though it does look like a simple toe poke into the corner, it's a perfect technique for this situation, as Garnacho can't really do anything else, and the direction of the poke takes it into the corner past the keeper. For Garnacho's second goal, we see how Manuel Ugarte's defensive capabilities can actually be used as an offensive weapon, as he reads the pass into the Barnsley midfielder before the pass is even played, jumps out in front to make the interception, from where Rashford and Garnacho are positioned perfectly to take advantage, sitting narrow due to their defensive positions. Ugarte nicks the ball, and then from here Rashford does exactly what he needs to do, playing as a centre forward, which is to show for the pass to feet, which not only links the play with Ugarte, but also drags the Barnsley defender out of the back line, opening up the space for Garnacho to race into off of the back of the fullback. And when Eriksen receives the ball, it's a simple through ball to release Garnacho, and once he races into the 1v1, initially it seems like he shoots too early, because he hasn't drawn the keeper out far enough, but the placement on the shot is perfect, and Garnacho passes the ball into the far corner. But the two goals that Garnacho scored in this game weren't even Garnacho's most impressive of the last week, as his goal against Southampton to make it 3-0 showcased how good his movement in the box is. Casemiro has the ball on the right side of the final third, and you can see that Garnacho and Xerxes have actually switched positions, with Xerxes sitting on the far side on the outside of the right back, with Garnacho taking up a central position alongside the centre-backs. Dalot is providing the overlap, but Casemiro actually does very well here, as if he plays a pass to Dalot at this point, yes, he's in a good crossing position, but he would have to play an aerial cross into the box, which wouldn't suit Garnacho at all. However, Casemiro waits for the gap to open up and threads a pass between the two Southampton defenders, allowing Dalot to run in behind, but before that in the centre, you can see that Garnacho initially looks to spin off his marker, and when Casemiro actually plays a pass and Dalot makes a run into a low crossing position, Garnacho has now lost his marker, but rather than looking to make an obvious run to the back post, where it would be hard for Dalot to find him, like any good goal scorer, Garnacho recognises where the space in the box is and where Dalot can get the ball to him, and so he checks his run, holds a position just to the right of the penalty spot, well, which opens up that passing lane for Dalot to find him. And once he receives the cutback, the finish is emphatic into the roof of the net. So let me know what you thought of Garnacho and Rashford's performance this week, and you can also check out my Patreon and read the articles on there. You can get a 7-day free trial, it will be linked in the description.